We are at Canyon de Chelly National Monument. We're going to do our stamps.
Yep. Okay. They have a couple of them, huh?
They do. Look at this one.
Wow.
That's totally cool.
Nice.
All right, one more. That's awesome.
Very nice. All right, hold it up. This is our first stamp for Big Haul 2025.
It is.
All right, guys, we have made it to Chinley, Arizona, to the Canyon de Chelly National Monument. I wanted to make sure I pronounced it right because it is Canyon de Chelly.
Yep.
We're really excited to be here. This is another beautiful place in the Southwest that we've been looking forward to visiting for a few years now because we've kind of passed it by the last few trips out here.
Yes.
So we're here now. We're actually camping just right over there in the Cottonwood Campground. And we are going to be doing the self-guided tour today, the driving tour on both the north and the south rims of the canyon.
And we've had several people in the campground and everything recommend that we do the tour. You can only go into the canyon with a Navajo guide.
Yep.
And we really wanted to do that, but we really only have the one day. You can't see everything. There's a lot of things that you won't be able to see without going into the canyon. But
I was just going to add, we didn't do a whole lot of research coming here. We've seen pictures, we've looked it up online, we saw how beautiful it is, so we wanted to come here and visit that. And we didn't realize until we got here just how awesome it is to be able to go down in the canyon with a tour guide, and they can get you down in there and show you all the things you can't see from the road. But we have decided that we are just going to stick with the self-guided tour. There's overlooks along the way that you can stop at and get out and see.
And there's some hikes, which we're going to do.
Yep. So we're just going to do it. We're going to bring the camera along and kind of share this journey with you today.
Yes.
And hopefully we're going to have a wonderful day here at Canyon de Chelly.
The ranger inside gave us some wonderful history on the park, so please do not hesitate to ask them any question that you have. They are so knowledgeable and wonderful. So anyway, that was really interesting, and it was a sad story, but I'm happy to get it from him. So
it was really informative, and that's one of the things that we love about the park rangers, is that they usually are very knowledgeable on the history in these places.
Yes.
And if you ask them about it, they're glad to share the history. In fact, that's one of the things that he mentioned, is that passing on the stories is a way to preserve the history at places like this.
Yes.
So that's why they like to tell the stories of everything that happens in these kind of places here, kind of keep that history moving.
Yes.
So anyway, we're going to get going. If we turn around behind us right there, that's the direction that we're going to be taking. We're going to do the north rim first, and I think it's 13 miles. They said it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then the south rim is 16 miles, so that's going to take a little bit longer.
2 hours. Yep.
There is one of the overlooks that are closed right now. I think it's called the White House. So we won't be able to see that, but there's several other nice ones that we should be able to stop and see. So.
And there are petroglyphs everywhere in this canyon, and they're my favorite thing.
And some of the cliff dwellings.
And the cliff dwellings, that's right. So we won't be able to see a lot of those, but we're going to show whatever we can see.
He did say that they think that they had a lot of influence from the same style at Mesa Verde.
That's right.
The cliff dwellings
Which
have the same kind of style.
Place. I can't wait to go back there. I want to do more of those hikes.
Absolutely. Well, let's get going, shall we?
Please.
They do have a really cool Hogan here that they will open if you would like to see inside. They have it like fully decked out on how they would use it for real. And then this cool shelter right here.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
You ready for this?
You know I am.
Let's get to it. I do want to walk right over there so we can see the campground real quick before we get going. We're just walking right across the parking lot here. This is looking into the Cottonwood Campground, which is where we are staying. And it's not very full. I'd say maybe 20% is what they've had in there. This is the group side over here where there's a high school in there camping. But We've enjoyed it so far. There is no hookups in there whatsoever, so you have no electric, no water hookups, but they do have water available, and they have a dump station there.
Yes.
So really good place to stay. That is literally right outside of the entrance of the canyon here, and this is the visitor center. All right, we made it to our first overlook. This is Antelope Point, I believe.
Yes. I'm excited to see this because the canyon looks incredible, and this is really going to be our first time really seeing it.
Yep, this is our first real good view of the canyon, of the first part of the canyon we've seen anyway. And I will say that this is the Antelope House overlook, not Antelope Point.
This is cool.
Yep.
And beautiful, and I can't even see the canyon yet. Yes.
Yeah,
It is.
look how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
Lots of grass in the bottom.
Gorgeous.
There's the overlook. Ready to do it?
Yes.
All right.
I like this kind of hiking.
Yeah, it's
I
nice.
think it's my favorite on the rocks and everything.
Wow, this is beautiful up here, isn't it?
Yes. It's incredible.
So there's the conversations that we always reference. Can you guys hear them from here? I'm sure you can.
Nobody's even looking in the canyon.
They never do.
Okay, so I definitely want to go in and do the tour in the canyon, but I do think that you should see it from here first because I think it gives you a better perspective of what you're going to see once you're inside. So I would do both.
Because we've done both at the other places, I think doing both makes sense. You
Yes.
you get both perspectives, up
Yes.
high and down in the canyon.
Yes.
Wow. It is straight down.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, this is massive.
Well, there's one of the tour guides way down there.
Oh, see, I didn't even look.
Yep.
I didn't even notice it.
All of the cliff dwellings there, what's left of them.
I was with them and they were when they knew how hard they had worked. And I knew all the old men and I knew how many flights that they had gone to the military and they were all military guys. And it was never a problem. It was like, it was never an issue, never a problem.
Now, what she's not telling us that she was being, instead of being petrified, she was being paid to be petrified, and it made it a lot easier. Correct?
It was great. It was great. You know, that's right. But I actually had a very, very much, never ever a word. Just try.
There's another overlook over there.
Oh, good. Do not get too close to that edge, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that is straight down.
Yeah.
Right there.
I think this is as far as I'd like to go. It's beautiful, though.
You can see a garden down there.
It said that they do farming down there.
Yep.
It's great. It's so green. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that, but
The colors of the reds and the oranges and the greens are just so beautiful
Yeah.
together. This is just incredible. Frightening at the same time, especially for somebody like myself. I don't like heights. I do fine with the solid foundation, but the drop-offs are just simply amazing.
There's four. There's a white one, the gray one, and then that one's whiter over there, and smaller. Find a good patch of grass. Yeah, because look, they're walking in the river.
That is awesome. So we have made it to the Massacre Cave overlook.
This is the story that the ranger told us in the visitor center. Really sad.
Of course it is, like many other stories where the Spaniards came over here and just annihilated everybody.
Massacred women and children. Yeah. So I think, please forgive me for the story, but basically they were hiding and the Spanish were trying to get them, and the warriors went out to try to fight them, and the women and children and the older, generation went into this cave to protect themselves, and they tracked them down and massacred all of them. How lovely.
It's a sad story.
Very.
Everywhere you look, it's just a breathtaking view. Beautiful. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Go down there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, there's another wall down there.
I like that they mark the trails, those little footprints, so you know what's safe to walk on.
We have the little foots
So cute.
down there. Oh, there they are over there. The color here is really
Ugh,
pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Wow. Look at this view.
Look, there's
What is it?
it's like a National Park Service marker.
Really? Very cool.
So, I suppose it could be that or that. Not really sure. This is amazing.
Yep. Wow.
Yep.
Look at that. Straight down to certain death. Let's show you guys. I'm going to pull the stick out a little bit.
It's over here.
Okay. I wanted to get this, so got you on the selfie stick. Hanging you way over the edge there. Abby said she found the cave. Ah, yep, there it is.
So it looks like there's like kind of a, almost like a furnace looking thing over there.
Yep. When I was looking at the cave, I was wondering, well, how the heck did they get in there? I'm sure they had some ladders and stuff, but they must have come down from the top.
From the top, yeah.
And, you know, like come around this way or from the top
He
down.
said that they tried to come in from the bottom and they realized that they couldn't scale the walls. And so they came up to the top to come down.
Okay.
Because they shot at them from both down there and up here.
Well, even the natives that, you know, use that area, I was wondering how they access it. I'm assuming from the top down.
I also think they know the way to go.
Yep.
And I think that it's a defensive position, obviously, anyway. So I think they knew where to go to get there.
Yep.
And I'm sure they did have ladders.
All right. Well, we're gonna work our way back to the truck
Yes.
and go to the next overlook. All right, so we are at the Mummy Cave Overlook, and it is lunchtime. What'd you fix for us today?
I packed us a little lunch. I went crunchy peanut butter this time
Oh, I like the crunchy.
with jelly, of course. And you can have Fritos or you can have Doritos.
I think I'm gonna go Doritos today.
Good choice.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
Me too. This is fun. I'm glad we packed a lunch.
Yep. This is what you do
Yes.
when you go to National Park. Pack you a lunch.
Oop, that's a rolly one. I need that one.
Don't take any more of my rollies.
They're my favorite ones.
What if they're my favorites? All right, thanks for lunch, babe. We're gonna enjoy this, and then we'll go out there and check out the overlook. That was a delicious lunch.
Yes, it was.
That PB&J hits.
You can't beat a PBJ.
No, especially in National Park.
There's a horse up here. He's just hanging around.
He's literally hanging around.
So this is the Mummy Overlook, right?
I believe it was Mummy Cave Overlook.
Yes. There's one of those at Mesa Verde too. Remember?
There was at Mesa Verde. I don't remember that one.
You know, it looks like the mummy in the rock.
I want to say that was Colorado National Monument.
Really?
We saw something like that. The rock formation looked like a
You're
mummy.
right. That's exactly where it was.
I think that's the one you're talking about.
It is. Thanks for remembering that.
If you guys have not driven through and visited Colorado National Monument, highly recommended.
Agreed. That place shocked me.
Another straight down cliff there. Beautiful though.
Oh, babe. Yeah.
Find it? Oh yeah, there it is.
Beautiful. So this is the one that he said was similar to the Mesa Verde ruins.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was pointing that out on the map there. He was pointing out the the architecture of the
Yes.
way it was built is very similar to the homes, the cliff dwellings in Mesa Verde.
And there are some petroglyphs down there that he was also telling us that they actually know the name of the artist because there are other things in this canyon of his art.
Yeah.
800 years old. Is that what he said?
Honestly, I can't
Something like
remember.
that? I mean, some
I
crazy.
can't remember now. This right here is why we love the national parks.
Yes.
The beauty, the scenery, the vistas that you get here, you just can't get this back home. You get a different kind of view back home because we have the Gulf Islands National Seashore. But
Beautiful all in its own right, but
Yeah.
completely different.
we just love the Southwest. We love the colors out here, these huge canyons. And I think this kind of wraps up the north rim of the canyon. This is the last viewpoint for us, so we are going to work our way back. So it does not loop around, in case you were wondering. Both north and south kind of go, and you have to turn around and come back. So we're going to work our way back to the campground, the visitor center, which is where the road starts for the south rim. And I think there's a few more pull-offs and overlooks there that we can see. So we're excited about it. I think we get to go see Spider Rock now.
Yes, we
I think
do.
that's a real iconic formation that's
Yes.
well known out here at Canyon de Chelly. But this has been enjoyable, and we love it.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
And just in the video, I just would like to point out how extremely quiet it is.
Yes, it is. All right, guys, we have made it to the Spider Rock Overlook. We decided to go all the way to the end and start here, and then we're just going to work our way back. So right off the bat, these are pretty cool. These little pieces of tubing, if you put your eye there, it kind of lines you up on some of the cliff dwellings. I'll get the other camera out and zoom in, but there's some all the way across there. And amazingly enough, there's some sort of halfway up the rock face there. That is cool.
That is so cool.
All right, let's see if we can get zoomed in over there. All right, let's go down to the rock face and see if we can see them there. That's all I got. That's 15 times zoom.
So how did they get to that one?
I'd
That
love to
one,
know.
I mean, obviously, probably from the top. Okay, so this is incredible.
It really is. Look at that formation. Isn't that just incredible?
Yes.
Wow.
So do you think that it was part of this or that?
I think it was,
And
yeah.
then obviously, like you said before, there was water here at some point.
Yeah, it looks like the section in the middle just eroded away.
Yeah.
It's very similar to a lot of the formations that you see in the Moab area too.
Yes. Can you imagine all the things that they have found exploring down there? Petroglyphs, all the pottery artifacts.
In the visitor center, there was a bunch of stuff in there. So if you come here, you can go to the visitor center and check out some of the artifacts.
Yes. And I bought a cookbook,
Oh, you did?
a Navajo cookbook.
The only reason she got it is because it's got blue corn pancakes in it.
I have a serious thing for blue corn pancakes.
Well, they're delicious.
They're just so strange. I love pancakes anyway. They're not strange. They're incredible. They're just not what you're used to eating, and that makes them so good. Will you make me those?
We're going to make you some.
Thank you, babe.
We got to get the right
The
flour,
blue, yeah, the blue.
blue corn flour.
Yep. Yeah, see?
Wow. Yep. So this is the last overlook here for Spider Rock. This is cool. Wow.
It really is just massive.
Breathtaking view.
Yes.
That is really cool too, right there.
I have really enjoyed this. This has been very peaceful.
We always enjoy these places.
We do.
The trail goes a little bit further if you want to keep going. There's another overlook over here.
All right, great.
Look at the rocks. That's cool. You get to walk through these guys. Absolute incredible view all the way around here. This viewpoint has been, this one has got to be my favorite.
Yeah.
At Spider Rock. It is unbelievable here. The ruins over there on the other side, the cliff dwellings, always mind-boggling, always
Yes.
amazing.
Yes,
So cool.
very.
This is a great spot. And again, this is why we love traveling and coming out to our national parks. And look how beautiful this place is. I mean, most people think of the Grand Canyon as being like, you know, the most iconic canyon, which it is.
Of course.
But look at this
Yeah.
compared to Grand Canyon. How can you not be awe-inspired by seeing this out here? And there's very few people here.
Yes.
So this is a lesser known, lesser visited
That's right.
national park. It's a national monument, but part of the national parks. And you can come here and you can, for the most part, really enjoy all of the overlooks and the views and the vistas and have a great time here.
I know that we've already said this, but the green with all the reds, it's just amazing.
It's a beautiful color.
Yes. All right, so this is the overlook for Face Rock. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Another beautiful overlook.
Gorgeous. Another viewfinder.
So let's see.
So we got 4 points of interest here.
I don't know what I'm looking at here. Oh, I see. It's ruins.
Is it on the left side of the canyon here?
Yep.
Okay, looks like. Okay, yep. Oh, I see it down there.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, what else you got?
Okay, the other one. It looks to also be ruins. Then this one. Poked myself.
That one looks like it's.
This one's hard to see because of the other one. I don't know. I think it could be more ruins, to be honest, but it's hard to tell. You might have to look at this one. This is ruins as well. Wow, you know what? They're really easy to see now that you know what you're looking at. So it's right there in that little,
Yeah.
that ledge there.
Okay. I can make them out. Can you guys kind of see that crack sort of in the middle? That's a really, seems to be a very popular place that they built their ruins in that sort of overhang shelf over the crack.
Oh, there are a lot here.
All right, I think I found this one. Let's get you zoomed in. This one was hard to see. We're gonna go all the way in. Right there, see him? All right, let's try for another one. All right, we'll try this one down here next. See him? All right, next up, we'll try those right there straight across. I'm having a hard time seeing my screen here. I think I'm getting it. There they are. I can see them now. All right, this one right here is the hardest one. We haven't found what we're actually trying to see over there. So let's use our zoom and see if we can find it that way. I'm looking for cliff dwellings and I just don't see if they're on that ledge there. If they're over there. I just don't see them on this one. Maybe you guys watching have seen it. I don't know. Very cool though. This is some cool stuff. I like the viewfinder.
I do too. this is going to be the sliding house overlook. I'm excited because we get to go out on these rocks. But they are warning you of the 700-foot sheer cliff drop there. So don't get too close to the edge, babe. I don't need you getting too close to the edge, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I was taking a look at the metalwork. So these were all burned out with a oxyacetylene torch. I mean, that's what it looks like to me, as a flame cut and stick welded together. All right, here's the trail. This one is marked with white arrows. Don't do that right there.
Ugh.
Seriously, if a park ranger finds out who did that, you're going to get fined and possibly go to jail.
And you should.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one feels like it is overhanging the edge there.
Yes, I think it is. All right, so I'm thinking it's this down here because it looks like ruins there.
All right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I can see him in there as well.
Wow, another beauty.
Yeah, this is just nuts.
Yeah. These are they're in the rock. Like they got caught in the rock as this was being formed, I guess. That's cool, isn't it?
Very, yep. The more to look, you see a lot of them.
Yeah.
That is really cool. We've been to a lot of places where we see this kind of like, it's like riverbed gravel.
Yeah. It almost looks like concrete, you know? It's
Yep.
sort of the same idea of this. Look at those cute little stairs.
How convenient. This is just beautiful right here. I love the brick wall
Yeah.
with the green trees
Yes.
and the canyon behind it. Yep.
It's a lot when you come up on it, isn't it?
All right, so this is sliding house overlook. We're going to zoom in and see if we can see the cliff dwellings here. I believe they're over there. It looks like them. Yep, I can see them. Look at that. What is that? Those little, on the camera, it looks like little white squares on the face of the rock, but I can't tell what they are from here.
Another awesome view.
Yep,
That looks like an amphitheater almost.
it really does. The way the rocks are just, the way they're formed, the way they look is incredible.
Yes.
All of the different layers that you see here is just incredible. This has been a wonderful viewpoint right here. Just all the way around, it's incredible. So we're gonna go ahead and head down to the next overlook. This is the Junction Overlook, I believe.
I'm gonna follow you.
Okay. Abby said that she wants to film this time.
Well, babe, you look so good in your hat, so I just wanted to make sure that you're on film plenty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another beautiful overlook. This little valley here is massive.
Yeah, it's extremely vast. Wow. It is just,
Straight down.
yeah,
If you look over there, it looks just like this,
yeah.
straight down. All right, I think we see the cliff dwellings. Let's see if we can find them.
So there is a phonetic spelling of this.
And we don't know if we're saying this right because we haven't asked anybody, anyone. Say I or say E.
Something like that.
Something.
Yep.
It's they showed it as SAY and then IH.
Yes.
I just don't know the proper way to pronounce them.
I think you did really well.
Thanks.
This is another just,
This one's really pretty. You can see
Yeah.
a lot more of the river flowing through here.
yes, which I'm happy to see.
More of the ranches down there. You know, you can see some structures.
So we were not expecting this, but there is a trail that goes down there. See that the metal railing?
Yeah, there's some guardrails there, but we actually saw like natural stairs built
Yes.
into the cliff over there.
Yes.
We don't know if you can go all the way there or not.
I think we're gonna try to walk down there and see what's happening.
Okay. You're gonna have a climb getting back
I
out
was
of
just
here.
getting ready to say that. This is not gonna be that enjoyable on the way back up, is it? This is totally cool though. Go ahead. Okay, that looks.
I think that's the end of the line right there.
Okay,
I think it's saying no, you can't go any further without a guide.
right. I never get tired of filming things that just almost look fake because they're so pretty, like that.
That is pretty. That would be an awesome trail to do right there.
Can you see the stairs?
Yeah, there's stairs all the way down.
No, not the metal stairs. The
Oh,
ones in
no, the other stairs are
They're
kind
around
of
the corner
hidden
there.
back there now.
Wow, this is incredible.
It looked like the stairs that were made of like natural tree logs is what it looked like. It might be something that they put there, you know, because the guides are obviously in here.
Yeah.
Did you notice that Jeep up there is a guide?
Oh, I didn't notice.
That red Jeep is a tour guide.
Wow, this is.
That's the type of guide that Abby and I said that, you know, we would consider doing.
Yes.
We just don't want to be on the back of one of those trucks for 6 hours with, you know, 10 other
18
people.
Yeah. Babe, I'm very proud of you right now because, I mean, like,
Yeah, that's way down there.
that's see-through.
But-
and
This is looks like some 2-inch Schedule 40 pipe. It's all
We love that
welded.
you know it.
It's welded together. I mean, it's welded. I won't say it's welded great, but it is welded
Okay.
together.
This is absolutely awesome.
Yeah. This is another pretty spot. And it's breezy.
This is-
There's some more of that, it looks like riverbed rock,
Yes.
that layer.
Well, I think maybe we should do our closeout here.
Why don't we do it right here? There's nobody else.
I'm gonna let you have the camera because my
We-
palms are sweating.
We have noticed that the further back towards the entrance of the park, it's been getting busier at these overlooks.
Okay, I'm holding on for my life here because.
How about you get in that corner right there?
Okay. This is
I think this is as good a spot as any. We know this is probably a long video now. We've got a lot of video of the park, and hopefully it all turned out good. We've got some time lapse to share.
at
And
the end of the day, I just hope that you come here. That is what I hope. That's why we make these videos, so you'll go, okay, yes, that looks like a place I want to go.
yep.
And they do have a lot of accessible things, which I really enjoy. I mean, I'm happy to see those things, and
Many of the overlooks are accessible from the parking lot there.
yes,
But this is definitely a great place. We said it earlier, it's a lesser visited park.
it is.
So you're not going to have the crowds here. I don't know if it gets really busy here.
I'm not sure.
So right now it's, approaching mid-April.
When
Not too hot.
When I called the Cottonwood Campground, this was a while ago, they said that at their busiest season, they're normally not any more full than 70%.
Okay.
So that's what she said, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I cannot test that. Ooh,
Well, you guys ought to
firefighters, what are they doing?
Yeah, we got some firefighters up there. I don't know if they're getting ready to go do a rescue or not, but I guess we better get moving.
Yes.
But we did want to close this out here and say we hope you enjoyed the video and hope you enjoyed the tour. We are going to head back to camp and relax because we've been out here for, 6-7 hours now.
I'm gonna relax. You're gonna make me dinner.
Tamales. We're having tamales and refried beans tonight.
Yes, he loves me.
Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you later.
So I cannot breathe because I just walked up that.
Yep.
But I asked them because I wanted to make sure they weren't saving anybody.
Yeah.
And he said that they have, my hat's going, they have no high-rise buildings, so they use the canyon to practice.
That's cool.
So it's just an exercise. Totally cool.
They got all their gear on. Their looks like their tank for breathing.
Yep.
I need one for breathing right now.
How do you do?
Well, that's cool. I was hoping they weren't going to have to do a rescue there. Navajo Nation Fire Department.